up guys, Katlife here with a new video. Today we're looking at the SHUNPO changes done on the PBE servers. If you guys don't know what they changed on KATARINA SHUNPO, basically in the live servers right now, there's a delay before the SHUNPO and no delay after the SHUNPO. But what they decided to change it to was to put a little bit of delay before the SHUNPO and a little bit of delay after the SHUNPO. So let me just show you what it looks like.
Why? Because I can.
It feels fast. Like you don't actually see Katarina like ducking her head in the cast time and jumping. It almost feels like super instant, even though there's like a slight delay beforehand. But yeah, that's generally how the beginning of the SHUNPO looks. But if you want a better representation of how much delay you get after the SHUNPO, probably the best way to show you is to E flash. So like if I W and I E onto this and I flash, usually you can't see the character model. On the live servers right now, if you do it really fast, all you see is like the flash and then she would appear like where you flashed, right? But here you can kind of see there's like a slight delay and you can actually see the character model appear just for like a split second. I think it's easier to see if I do lock. You can kind of see my screen pause for a second like that. So that's like the general idea of like how the delay feels before and after. Now I know a lot of you guys are worried about like how our combos feel. Let me just show you a little bit how our combos look like at the moment. Generally, it feels the same. Like there's not too big of a difference. Everything still comes out pretty instant. You use W ulti, comes out pretty fast. If you add a Gunblade in there, still pretty fast as well. Everything comes out still quick. It's not that big of a difference to where like they can react. Riot actually made it so that you can actually buffer Gunblade with your E. So it actually comes out like super instant. You can even activate Gunblade like before you jump on them, so it's not that big of a difference. So with multiple dummies, you can like kind of see if you're like resetting. Generally looks the same. Same old Katarina we still know and love. You know, just jumping around everywhere. I know I have the auto refresh cooldown on, but this is mainly just to show the cast time anyway. Let's say you were getting a reset, these guys were all low. Still feels really fast. And it feels like super smooth to play. So that's good. Now I played a game with this and I messed around in practice too a lot. It feels better overall. But there is one downside, and that is the auto attack that you get after the SHUNPO. So if you see, when I SHUNPO onto something, I get the auto off, right? Live servers right now, it would be instant. But you see there's that like little delay before the auto now. Early game, I think it matters a lot because you want to make sure you get as much autos off as possible. So a lot of times, you'd be able to E auto and then maybe throw in another auto before you throw in your abilities or jump. But here it seems like you can only really throw out one auto attack, or else they might like run away, or you might not be able to cast your abilities at the right time. So I think the best way to show you is just by like EWing and then autoing. So when you see EW, the auto comes out after the W. You can actually wait for the auto attack to finish and then W afterwards like this, but it feels really slow, right? If you want to be a little bit more optimal, you can actually throw out your W right after your auto hits, so like this. And they would kind of come out the same. So when you're Eing onto somebody and trying to get the auto off, you either have to like right click on them like that and get the auto off, or just kind of like let it go off on its own. That's like the way to optimize your damage early game. It's just by getting your auto resets, getting those autos off after your SHUNPO. Those are really important. But it seems like if you throw out multiple abilities, you might not be able to get the auto off. And that kind of sucks sometimes because it's either going to delay your combo a little bit, or if you don't decide to not throw out your combo at all, you might not be able to proc electrocute instantly, or you know, stuff like that. So like if I were to do EWQ, if you saw there, my auto didn't go off. because the Q actually canceled my auto animation. So the timing on the auto is like a little bit awkward. You can actually do this, get the auto off like that. That works too. But if you're like someone who clicks their buttons really fast or like clicks around a lot, you might actually stutter your auto attacks. Like say I jump on somebody, that auto animation like goes off slightly, but then you click away and it just cancels. Like in that sense, you have to slow down your combos. You have to really wait for the auto attack to either go off or right click them to get that auto off for sure. The auto attack reset still works pretty decently though, like auto yato. So like it's still there. The delay isn't that noticeable, but because the auto attack is like a little bit delayed after the SHUNPO, they can actually flash out of it. So that will kind of suck. If you're using a combo with all your abilities, you probably won't be able to get your auto off until like maybe after you SHUNPO. Overall, it's not really a big deal. You gotta really make sure you slow down your combos a little bit so that you can get your auto off. Some people might think auto attacking isn't like super important, but it's how you optimize your damage on Cat. So if you wanna optimize your damage, make sure you play around the auto attack. That's probably like the biggest downside to these SHUNPO changes. It's gonna feel a little bit more clunky in the early game, but I think for a faster SHUNPO, I think it's pretty worth it. You'll be able to escape ganks a little bit better. You wouldn't be getting hit by some abilities that, you know, shouldn't really hit you. You're gonna be more rewarded for faster reactions. Here's also a little thing that I wanna mention. I don't know if this is intended, but on the PBE, as of now, Q actually auto resets. So it's like this. I'm gonna auto Q auto. If you saw, the Q actually reset the auto, and I don't know if this is intended. I don't think so, but if this is intended, you can actually fit in another auto within your combos, and you can actually throw out like 3 autos within like 2 seconds. So then like E, W, auto, Q, auto, E, auto. So it looks something like this. And that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of auto attack in a little time frame. It might get patched, who knows? But if that was intended, that would be pretty cool. It would give you another auto attack, so if you really slow down your combo, you can actually get like 3 autos off like really quick. Maybe 4 autos within like an engage early game. So, but I think that's a little bit too much damage. I honestly don't think it's intended, but if it is, that's better for us. And I hope it is. Please ride, please keep this. It'll make us a little bit stronger in lane. Overall, SHUNPO changes are super nice. Less delay before the SHUNPO, so you can dodge stuff. But a little bit of delay afterwards, which may mess up that auto attack that you get. But if you just get used to it, you can actually play around it to make sure you get the auto off. It's just gonna take like a little bit of getting used to. Remember that there's still a little bit delay before the SHUNPO, so you can still actually get hit by stuff. There's just a smaller window to actually like get hit. So if a Blitzcrank Q hits you, you can actually still jump out of it, just like how Ezreal E works, but the Ezreal E cast time is like super fat. If a Morg throws her bind at you and you don't react fast enough, you can still jump away but still get hit. There's just a 0.075 second window that you have to consider. But overall, it's a lot easier since there's less cast time. I think the cast time right now is a little bit bullshit. Just getting hit by random shit is super tilting when you feel like you've jumped away from it in time. Definitely makes Katarina feel a little bit smoother to play, so that's good. That's it for this video. If you want to see more content like this, stay subscribed or subscribe if you're new. Make sure to hit the notification bell because I know sometimes people don't get my videos and that's bullshit, because I feel like if you're subscribed, you should be able to see my videos on your feed, but you know, YouTube's a little bit whack sometimes. And if you want to see me live stream, you can catch me on facebook.com/KatlifelOL. I appreciate you guys staying with me. I appreciate you guys still being subscribed. Looking forward to my videos. I'll definitely make more for sure. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video or on my live stream. Have a good one, guys.
Play this record as frequently as possible.
Hey, yeah, they don't even know.
Yo, yo, I'm the mic murderer. Listen, listen, mass murderer. You don't even know. Yo, I'm the mic murderer. Listen, yeah.